Welcome everyone to this session where we'll be focusing on the invoice data capture part of our solution. My name is Jakob Hultman and I am the team leader of the data capture team here at SignUp. On this session, we'll be focusing on the invoice data capture, as I said, and why it's important to have this as part of a solution together with ExFlow. Invoice data capture when it comes to invoices is an important part of the workflow together with ExFlow, mainly because it lessens the manual interaction that you as a customer and as an end user have with your invoices. It also eliminates the human errors since there is an OCR engine in the background interpreting your invoices, and it's using that OCR AI tool to become smarter and smarter for each and every invoice that you put into the software. There are two ways that we can capture data using the software. First and foremost, we can use intelligent interpretation of PDF or TIFF files or other image files. And the second one is that we can use mapping of XML definitions. Basically, we can send in XML files into the software and let the tool use that to interpret the data. When it comes to XML files, I just very briefly want to tell you that there is a way of receiving e-invoices into the system. Basically means that we need structured XML data instead of the physical invoice, such as a PDF. This makes the data more reliable when it comes to capturing. It gives less room for errors, and it also enables automatic verification on the interpreted data in a much higher grade. This slide shows you the importance of the data capture tool. In our demo here, we're going to use Kofax ReadSoft as the data capture tool. And just to show you in this slide, the importance of having a data capture tool before ExFlow. It's a small part of the solution, and the only thing that it works for is to capture data. But if you don't capture data in this way, you're going to have much more manual interaction and manual labor when you're working with your invoices within ExFlow. So scanning and capturing your data is quite important in this solution. So here we are looking at Kofax ReadSoft Online, which is our product of choice in this demo. I'm going to show you how to verify an invoice in this case. I have searched for my supplier invoice that I'm looking for in this list, and I'm double clicking on the line. And this gives you the verification view. This is your all-day view that you work with when you're, as an end user, working with the verification view within ReadSoft. On the left-hand side, you have the image. You can move around that by using your left mouse click and move around on the image. On the right-hand side, you have your header fields where you're capturing header data. And then on the bottom here, we have lines, which we'll come to in a minute. On the right-hand side here, we can see that it's captured which supplier it is. It has also captured some of our standard fields that we have here, such as which invoice type it is, which invoice number, an invoice date. It's missing a due date though, or the value doesn't correspond to the format that we picked. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to find the due date on the invoice, and then I'm going to double click on the value, and it's capturing that value. Now it's giving me a warning that the date cannot occur before today, which is a setting that we can turn on or off if we want to. We're also capturing a PO number, which is incorrect. It's capturing the organization number. So I also need to correct that by double clicking on the order number field here. I'm going to move through my invoice just to go down into the lines so I can show you how to capture the lines too. So in this case, I'm clicking on the pen here. All of my other things here on my right-hand side on the bottom, it's disappearing just to give me a cleaner view. And then I'm capturing my standard fields here. So a product code, which is this one, order number. I don't have that on each line, so I'm going to skip that for now. The quantity, as well as the unit price, the total value, and the description. As you can see, ReadSoft has now already implemented its structure for each line here based on what I've done on my first line. So I don't need to do any more lines than my first one. I click OK, and now I can see that ReadSoft has captured all of my lines based on the structure that I've done on my first one. It's also captured the order number from the header. Since I didn't pick anything to capture on each line, it's going to inherit that from the header level. So based on this, I can click OK on my invoice here, and the data will be sent over directly to ExFlow, so you can work with all of your rules in that system after this point. Thank you for taking part in this short preview. If you have any more questions after this, don't hesitate to reach out to us.